In its 10th year, Operation Smile will be launching its new mission, which is Operation 45. Now, I'm joined in studio by Tamlin and Rowena, who are going to be telling us a little bit more about their newest mission. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Now, we know that Operation 45 is launching. So, Rowena, can you tell us a little bit more about the newest initiative and what it is that you guys are working on?
Sure. What we're needing to do was create awareness, firstly, of the wonderful work that Operation Smile is doing now in its 10th year. And we thought that a compelling way to do that might be to take South Africans on a journey and tell the story about two little boys, Alex and Offense, who were afflicted with cleft lip and palate, and share some of their lives, their challenges, what they and their parents have to deal with, and then demonstrate just how easy that situation can be fixed through the intervention of Operation Smile.
All right. Now, Operation Smile has been around for a long time and really changing lives for many Africans. Can you tell us how that whole process has been and how the organization has grown in changing the lives of these kids?
So Operation Smile is a global organization, and our head office is actually in the US in Virginia Beach. We've been around for over 30 years, and in that time have provided more than 220,000 surgeries around the world. And in 2006, we conducted our inaugural mission in Impangeli in KwaZulu-Natal. And when Operation Smile first came to work in South Africa, many people, when we asked if they thought there were patients like this needing surgery, expressed that no, they thought everyone was already being taken care of. And Operation Smile, we've learned over the years that these patients are often hidden, and communities don't know that they even are there because the families are so shy about how they're being received and the stigma attached to it. So in 2006, when we did our inaugural mission, we had over 80 patients that came seeking care, and 56 of them received life-changing surgery. Since then, we've continued working in a few key provinces so that we can focus on firstly ensuring that that whole province has all the care that is needed, and really working hand in hand with the Department of Health to achieve this. There are amazing cleft centres in the country, but as we said, some of the barriers that the patients face are the social stigmas. So thus far, we've provided surgery to about 30 patients annually on our medical missions. It varies from province to province what the need is, and we continue to work with the Department of Health to provide surgery for these patients either through our medical missions or referring them to local healthcare practitioners who are doing it throughout the year. So I think South Africa is really blessed to have the care available, but it's just being able to find those patients that need the surgery.
Right. Now, I hear in this new mission there is a particular focus on 45. Rowena, could you explain to us why it is that this operation is called Operation 45?
Well, in working with the client, one of the most, for us, astonishing and amazing things we learned about the work that Operation Smile does is that a corrective surgery, can take as little as 45 minutes. So you can change a child's life within the space of 45 minutes. And that we thought was quite a powerful hook, because one of the things that it allows us to do, we think, is to try and dispel a lot of the myths, a lot of the fallacies, a lot of the misconceptions around the condition. And the fact that it only takes up to 45 minutes, I think, starts to demystify a lot of what the perceptions are around cleft lip and cleft palate. And that kind of started us thinking, how can we use that? And then we realized 45 minutes is the length of a soccer match, of half a soccer match. And we know the passion and enthusiasm South Africans have for soccer, and it just felt like there's a natural fit, and there's a way that we can use this concept of 45 minutes to kind of powerfully bring this message to a mass audience in a way that they could kind of embrace and get behind it. So that was the origin of the 45.
Absolutely. Now, could you please explain to us, there have been a number of patients that have come in and out through Operation Smile. Can you explain to us, what is the recovery time, and does it differ from people to people? And just explain to us more how one, in 45 minutes can really change their lives and the kind of pattern that can go from there.
So with patients, you would find that they sometimes have either just a cleft lip or a cleft palate, or they can have both. There's a huge number of variations that this condition presents itself in. And statistically in South Africa, the Department of Health estimates about 1 in 700 children are born with this condition. Children ideally should be receiving surgery, their primary surgeries in the first year of their life, with follow-ups happening throughout, because it is a long journey. It's not something that finishes after the first surgeries. There's oftentimes multiple surgeries that do need to happen. As it relates to a simple cleft lip, that surgery, as Rowena mentioned, is as little as 45 minutes, and the healing process, within 2 to 3 months afterwards, they can run around and kick some soccer balls again themselves. But it is quite a quick healing, and when it's inside the mouth, if it's a cleft palate, that does take a little bit longer, because it's internally and it's affected by food and how much activity the child is having around that.